When I look at Orchard, I look at a lot of shopping, food options, and then Joo Chiat is very quaint, like cozy. So if I were to try and marry both, I would find that in Bukit Timah.
When we got married, the number we thought about was 3 kids. I think 3 is a more realistic number.
As a millennial, given the fact that we want to have more than one kid, space is an important factor. At the same time, I used to stay here at Bukit Timah for almost 8 years. So I'm familiar with the place. Most of the memories actually revolve around food. With different groups of people, there's always a supper place around. Because Upper Bukit Timah is very central, my schoolmates live around, my friends are also around. So we used to have a lot of gatherings at my house. So we decided to move back here definitely because there's a certain attachment to it.
I actually stayed in the East for the most part of my life until I got married. I like how it is surrounded by a lot of nature, and I always envision myself as going out and doing some outdoor activities with my children, like going trekking or hiking along the nature reserves or rail corridor.
One of the things I was considering about before getting a place is whether it would be somewhere convenient should my parents, who are now in their 80s, come to visit. Obviously, they're getting a bit older and a bit more frail. Lots of places in Singapore have got nice green spaces. There are a lot of MRT networks all around the place as well. But to have it all in the same vicinity, within walking distance, that's something quite special. So I play quite a bit of tennis, so every once in a while we go out for supper and all that, and our supper area is just around the corner. As a bonus, it has got a lot of nature trails around as well. So this is all well provided for along the whole of Bukit Timah. It's always a very good place to have families as well as grow old.
I like to review new restaurants so that I can put it on Instagram, you know. I like that there's always something new coming up and it's not just always the same. A lot of hidden gems like little restaurants, plus the fact that I have family and a lot of friends nearby. Then we can age together.
I think Bukit Timah is well preserved in how it's grown and how certain areas have been allowed to develop in terms of building more concrete structures, but yet keeping, the greenery, the space and all that. And also around this area, there are a lot of places which have maintained a bit of its history. It's maintained its charm.
Looking at how urbanized the area is and how it's developing, I like that it's not at the expense of nature, but they try to build around nature. What I'm looking forward to in the upcoming integrated development is definitely bus interchange. I think such integrated developments actually provide a very holistic kind of upbringing for young families. Actually, I really like the whole concept that is integrated with nature. There's a mall and it's very central.
The exposure of nature and allow them to go on these family outings on weekends. I can imagine if I'm really retired and have nothing much to do. I can imagine myself sitting down with Charmaine at the cafe and just talking and chilling and just looking at things that go by.
Would I retire and live here for, let's say, the next 20 years? I'm certainly going to stay here for a while, and I'm someone who's always flexible, so I'm always looking forward to see what it's like.